Welcome aboard. I'm Clyde Talks with House to Home and working with the Spokane Home Builders, and I have one of their special members with us today, Rebecca, and she has a company and she works with them, and it's called Guardian Restoration and Cleaning, and they are phenomenal to work with. And we're at one of these brand new homes that was built and is being built here in Spokane, Condren Homes. I want to tell them thank you ever so much. Tell us about your company, Rebecca. Where do you fit into this whole story of working with the home builders? In case of an emergency or they have to have some restitution done to their home, that's when you begin involved, right?
Yes. So a lot of we are known for the disaster. After a disaster, fire, flood, mold, we come in and we do the restoration part of that. But the way that we fit in with the home builders is the post-construction cleanup. For instance, like cleaning up after after they've put everything in and now the home is about to be turned in to either the realtor or the home buyer.
When they turn the home over to the new owner, that's what she's saying, I would have to say. And you're ready for the home to be prepared to be shown or to be given to the homeowner, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Now, in case of emergencies with a fire, and of course we live in the Northwest, I hate to say it, it's still that fire season, but you can get involved in part of that cleanup, inside and outside, is that correct?
That is correct, yes sir. From the duct cleanings to the carpet cleanings, those are your biggest filters within your home.
Yes.
And, keeping your home clean, the air in your home clean.
Right. Well, one of the things that we were pointing out in earlier segments here that we had on House to Home was in this new home, they have this beautiful carrier heating system and the cooling system, and you could actually go in there and clean up the air duct system. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly what I'm saying, yes sir.
Okay, so it's not just changing the filter.
No, it goes well beyond that.
And what actually happens? Do you put you drag a cloth through it, or what do you do?
So what we have is this big machine. We hook it up into your driveway. Looks like a huge punching bag. It's pretty fun. All the kids love to be entertained. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, we can at least do at least 3 hours of entertainment.
Right.
But we come in and we have the big hoses, the big machines that are able to get into all the ducting work and to be able to clean every inch of your full ducting.
So if I have a brand new home or an existing home, but let's say primarily existing, it doesn't hurt to have it just cleaned every so often. What is a recommendation? You say 1 year, 2 years, 6 years?
It depends on who you're speaking with. Here in the Pacific Northwest, especially with the wildfires, definitely once a year. I would definitely recommend once a year, if not more. You have the allergens, you have mold, but the biggest concern in this area is for wildfires and all the particulates that are coming into your home.
Well, and I'm going to tell you a secret here, and folks, you're going to find this one out. I built my home 40 years ago. I finally had it done, I think 10, 20 years after we built it. I didn't realize how many nails, how much dust. There was insulation in there. I didn't find any dead animals, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
But you will be surprised what's inside all this duct system after construction and seeing what's happening. And then you wonder why you have a sniffy nose, or you have allergy in your eyes, and one thing another. So by using your service, you're going to come in and clean up the air and help that process to get better within your home. They call it a healthy home. I know Tom from Avista, the energy efficient engineer, he was saying, energy efficiency, and you're saying the same thing. With filthy ducts, we don't have efficiency, do we?
No, it clogs up the work. It makes your furnace work harder instead of smarter, and you're just burning more energy, and of course you're just getting sicker.
Now let me ask the next question. If you have some water damage, are you able to help us there?
Yes.
And what do you do? What gets involved? It's anything from the time I open up the door and letting the water out to let everything else out and tear it all out. You do it all from the beginning, and then you'll actually bring it back together, and that's why the restoration is taking place, right?
Yes. Now a lot of times, if we have a fantastic, if it's a larger loss for water, we then go to find a pro here at the Spokane Home Builders, and we find somebody who will be able to finish the project at a larger scale as far as if we have to do large demos. And we've had some homes that the top You know, the first floor flooded.
Right.
They went away for the weekend, came back
Yeah,
in their basement.
I've had that happen, yeah.
It's terrible, especially in this area.
Yeah.
And we love the outdoors, which means that we love to go to our cabins
Right.
and camping.
Now, can you help remove mold within the home or on the basement, some of these damp areas? Can you help with that?
Yes, we are able to work with those with who have environmental growth.
She's good at it, environmental growth, I like that. I call it mold. But anyway, so we can actually kind of call your company and find a way of how to solve some of our problems or good clean air through the ducts itself. Help me out. What is your website? Can I ask that?
It's guardianrestorationofspokane.com.
Okay. And if they wanted to call on a cell phone, what is the cell phone number, or what would be the number that you could use?
The best phone to call would be mine, obviously. So that's area code 478-213-3479. It is an outer state, but I promise you I live here in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, anymore you can't tell that with the phone numbers anyway.
Right.
So I think this is very exciting because this is a subject that we haven't ever talked about on all the last 20 years of House to Home. You know, we always talk about the beautiful homes and the new construction, and we've looked at one here today with Condren Homes. But finding the pro is what I'm after. And Spokane Home Builders is a good example, and Rebecca and your company is a good example of how the Spokane Home Builders support like-type people to come together. And that's another reason I want to say thank you today, because I closed the program before with Tom, and I said, and this is another way that you're going to help you take your house to home by supporting the Spokane Home Builders and Rebecca and your company, and how you can help them transition today's mess into tomorrow's future and promise for the future family. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Folks, we're always looking for good subjects. Rebecca, you've done a great job. It looks good and it sounds good. We hope to see you soon. We'll see you soon next time on House to Home.